so I've two welders. I ain't sure what's inside them. The two Mig Welders, one bigger than the other, but we'll have a little look. They're well packed. It's about a mid-range welder. You know, they're not the top quality, they're not bottom quality. Good, you know, they're a fair price for a fair welder. So this is a 180. Let's have a look, see what's in here. Well packed. No plug as usual, everything now, no plug on. So I dare say they save themselves some money on the plugs. Takes a mid-range size coil. Single roller drive. It looks quite good because it's all metal, it's not a plastic unit. So MIG and stick function. We'll try that out. We'll see what else comes with it. There's another little box in here. This should have the torch in. Yep. So we've got a G-Tech gas gauge. There's a regulator, MIG torch, gas line, and an earth lead. Earth clamp's a bit small, but spare nozzles. They don't come with a manual metal arc holding tongs. Some welders do. Obviously that's an extra, you have to pay more for that. So there's one unit. It's a little wire takeoff there. It looks like it's a spool on gun. So you can get a spool on gun and then the control will plug into that little unit there. So you've got wire speed, voltage, manual metal arc, ampage. And you switch him over on here. We can have a play with that. Spool on gun, yeah, look, spool on gun, so you can swap him over. So I'll take the control out there rather than the trigger on there. Now, for anyone that didn't know, if you don't know me, I was a high pressure pipe welder for years. I was a coded welder and I've been welding since I was about 14. So I normally help people when they want to learn to weld. We do one-day welding courses here. People stay in the hut, same as the forge courses. So as well as being a professional blacksmith, I'm also a professional welder. This is the bigger model. I can't remember how many amps this one is, 200 and something. And we'll have a look. I think it's 240, but we'll double check. Now I can't fault their packing, it's great. Some things you pay a lot of money for, comes packed like a load of rubbish. This is really good. This is where you've got to be careful, because I have seen someone cut right through the box and they score up all their welder. These are a bit like Christmas. I'm trying to hit in them. Let's cut the other side. This stuff is quite weird, look. It's like hexo panels. It's like the carbon fibre panels they make aircraft out of. It's a strange cardboard. So this one's a 250. So this is the bigger one of the two. It's still 240 volt. So we'll put this through its paces as well. But today we'll just get them unpacked and I'll have to gas them up. No plug again. I personally don't use 13 amp plugs. You're better off with a camp plug, 16 amp. They draw, they'll say 13 amp, but I've always known a welder to draw more when they're flat out. Two angles on this one. So it's the bigger one of the two. This looks quite beefy. Inverter technology, so they're quite light. This one should take a full size spool. Yes, it does. So we'll look inside it. Look. Same again, good little motor, drive motor on it. It's all single drive wheels, but at least they're all metal. Some of the cheaper welders, this is plastic, and when they go wrong, you've had it. So they're not bad. These are about the best welder you can get in the DIY range. You start jumping to Miller and Lincoln and well-known brands, you're going to pay 4 times the amount, but then they'll last forever. But these are pretty reliable, they're guaranteed. I'm not sure, I think they have a 3-year guarantee. Mig torch. Earth clamp. Gauge. Lead. Spare set of drive rollers, so on this one I can take bigger wire. So I'll have a look. I don't think the small one has got spare rollers, but this machine will take bigger wire, so they've given us another set of rollers. I think you opt in to having the stick welding bit, but we'll see. Yeah, this one will drive 2 sizes of wire, and obviously this one will drive more. So this one will probably do 0.6, 0.8, 1 mil. So they give you an extra roller. Yeah, I think that's 0.6, 0.8. And you'll find this roller, I think, is, it looks like, yeah, 1 mil. We've got written on there, 0.8, 1 mil. So there's a 0.6 roller in there, there's a 0.8 on one side and a 1 mil on the other. Same takeoff for a spool on gun. But we'll have a look, we'll see if we can pipe them up and get them working. Well, just have a look at the little one. It takes a 5 kilo spool. I'll just check the rollers, we'll take them off. There's a little keyway in there, so you don't want to lose it. And this slides across on a keyway. We'll just have a look. It's set on 0.8 and you've got a 0.6, so it's set right. The wire thing is a bit flimmy plastic, but it's nothing more worse than you get on a machine anyway. Like we said, these are the best quality DIY machine. I'll just stick my spool on there. There isn't any. You just want to set them so it's like a brake, so you've got enough drag so the spool isn't spinning round and round. This is a bit tricky because you're going up in the air. It's a bit of a tricky design because it's got the bigger spool. This is a bit high. Your wire's going around a corner. It should have really feed or with a smaller spool it would be better. But that's a bit naughty really. But it seems to be able to work all right. I'll just go through. These are always tricky buggers to get the first bit to go through. Well, that's one thing that would cheese me off, having this up so high. The wire's got to go up and round. It should be lower, so the only way they do that is moving that down on the machine. But as long as it works, but it's a bit of a faff just trying to get it to go around there. On a small spool you wouldn't have that problem. But yeah, right, let's just see. It's a bit tight. You don't need it that tight. You shouldn't have these sets so tight that they don't slip. All you want, losing this off, you just want enough to grip the wire. So if the wire jams has no earth, it will spin rather than all balling out the side. But we'll have a look. That looks all right. Right, there you go. Spool in. Which is the one that come off? Gas line's nice and flexy. Right, we'll turn them on. Where's that not feeding through? We'll take the contact tip out in case it jams in it. Not feeding. comes. Right, there we go. Right, there we go, ready to go. Turn the wire speed back down. So that's my voltage. How does that? Ball and gun off. Yeah, so obviously it takes the switch control from there to there for a spool on gun. And then that is stick weld. So just normal arc welding. So as per usual, MIG welding, so more heat generated at the positive pole. We're using hard wire, so we'll put the earth on the neutral, on the negative I should say, on the negative pole. And then all we need to do then is rig up some gas. Now they run gasless wire, all we do is swap the polarity round. So solid wire, more heat. Gasless wire is flux cored wire, hollow tube. You don't need so much heat to melt the wire, so you swap them around. Right, I'll find some gas. We'll just try, man. There's an easy way to set these up. You just set your voltage, stick your hand on the wire speed and adjust it while you're welding. You can set it really nice. Well, let's have a look. What am I adjusting? That ain't working. The voltage is really high, so right, let's try it. Oh, it's quite a crappy little weld. I'll set it flat out and we'll see how big a weld we can get out of it. We'll just have a look. Well, I'll do a little weave weld and you can have a look in a minute. That's not bad, look at that. So quite a natty little weld. That's set on its maximum. We can turn it down. All I'll do, I'll just turn my voltage down, put my hand on the wire speed and adjust it till I get it how I like it. That's about half chat, look. Right, we'll have a go on the other one. I don't want to linger too long, but what I'll do, if anyone likes it and they want any tuition on YouTube on vertical welding, upside down welding or anything you like, I'll do another little bit and I'll show you how to set the weld and go upside down, vertical, side to side, because it's not bad little MIG. Right, let's do the big one. Right, we'll rig up the bigger one of the two now. So we have a look, this one's slightly different. The clutch is preset and there's a little nut in there, you tighten it up. A lot of the bigger machines are into this. The drive motors look a bit small, but then the whole machine is a small machine compared to industrial ones. But this looks quite alright actually, but let's have a look here. Put the spool on. Have they got a peg? Yes, they got a peg. But this one's going to be 0.8 wire as well. Which way around does the spool go? That one. Now this one's set up high as well, but it's a bigger distance away from the spool. So it isn't such an acute curve to get the wire through, which is much better than the little one. But when you're trying to compact everything in a little box, you are going to hit a few things. Right, let's have a look now. Through we go. Right, that's through. We'll set him up. I'll put the spanners and the spare parts and the spare spool inside the machine so we don't lose them. Let's put the torch on and the earth and we'll have a bash. I think I like this one better even looking at it because of the more power. I don't like running welders flat out. If you want 200 amps, you want 250 amp welder. If you want 150 amps, you want a 200 amp welder, and then your duty cycles don't drop too much. Positive, negative, positive, negative, negative, earth, positive, all that. Let's have a look. Right. Torch. The torch is the next size up as well. I prefer a bigger torch. On the small welders, they will weld a big weld, but you'll overheat your torch. You're better off with an MB25 like this instead of a 15. It's a bigger torch. I don't like using a little machine right to its limit. It's when you start melting shrouds and things overheat. Just put him in there. If you have a welder with a Euro connection torch, then it's really easy to replace the torches when they go wrong. So I want to keep my torch out as flat as I can. I'm going to go under the table with it, so it's in a straight line. Right, we'll turn him on. And we've got the gas in. Now I've got to connect the gas. I won't put the gas in yet, I don't want to waste it. Where's my on off? Where's it on off on this? Ah, plug. Helps when you plug it in. So we're up there turning it on and off with a breaker, look. So we put a breaker on there. Machine's on, spooling gun off, MIG on. Wire feed was setting fairly quick. Let's just have a look at him going round. Always watch it, so if it's going to ball up, like now, I can tell it's jammed. If it won't spool out the side, I'll just take the little tip out. And I'll pull the wire through, because you can get a little kink on the end and then it all jams up. So I'll take him out and I'll feed him through. Look, now we know it's right. Keep the torch straight and put him back in. There's a liner inside them, like a piano wire liner, so if you have it all screwed up, then it's really hard to put the end in. Now if you haven't got cutters handy, just bend the wire back like that and it'll melt off. So we'll try them out now. We'll put the gas on, I'll connect the gas and we'll have a little play. So that should read out your amperage on there actually when it's going, but we'll have a look. I'll just mind your eyes. No earth. Bending back, just have a look. Yeah, so the little dials work reading out your amps when you're going. Put a mask on. Where's my mask on? There it is. So this is the Pro Mig 250. Little door to shut, yes. Wire speed is flat out, we're turning down amps. Should we try and flat out, just if we blow the fuse? Be a bit sparky. Mind your eyes. thought we would. 13 amp fuse, it's blown it. Big weld. So you really want a 16 amp plug to run this machine, if you're going to run it flat out. They say 13 amp, 240 volt, it isn't, it's drawing more. So I put them on a cam socket, so I don't know what the breaker is on the back. It's a C40 on there, but we'll turn him off anyway, but we'll see, we'll put another plug in it. I won't run it quite so flat out. So I've blown me 13 amp fuse. Now a lot of people, what they'll do, a lot of welders do it, take the fuse out, put a 6-inch nail in there or cover it in tin foil. Don't do that, the plug will explode and it will melt. It's extremely dangerous. Get it on one of these plugs, which is the blue cam socket plug. What I'll do now is I'll change this plug and I'll put it on one of them. There you go, 16 amp. And the breaker's on the wall then. Oh. Right, we'll have another go now. So we're straight on. Take the tools out of the way. Now wherever I can, I run the welders on them and rely on the breaker on the wall. I've been a welder for years and years and years, and the amount of times I've seen people bodge plugs and them get hot and the plug melts, it melts the socket on the wall. Much better with that. So we turn it back on. Shall we try them again flat out? We'll see what happens now. Ready? I like that. Nice weld. We'll set him down, so he's, I don't know what's on the dial there, I'll just have a little look. It's reading 215 amps. So we turn him back down and I'll turn the wire down. I'll turn the voltage down, I'll go about halfway and we'll set it up. Put my finger on there again. There you go. That's about half chat, and it's not a bad little weld. You do pretty reasonable fabrication with that. I won't want to run it flat out all day, but for general fabrication, I'd say work like this. Look, that's 5mm thick. It'll easily do it. The smaller one, car repairs, little DIY objects, brilliant. But this, I like this better machine. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be doing some more another day.